What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Guys, I really want to take the time to discuss some of the videos I have made on my Oshay Duke Jackson channel about the city girl mayor, Tiffany Henyard. She is who we would consider the city girl mayor. And I have realized something. I have realized that the city girl mayor is, number one, very disliked and very hated. That is for sure. But I also have to understand something, that she has supporters. And she has supporters, okay? Now, I want to deal with her, and I want to deal with Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison is a person in Black America who is, in my honest opinion, doing the wrong thing. He is doing terrible things. He's a scam artist. He's a liar. And whenever you try to come after somebody like Jay Morrison or Dr. Umar Johnson, who doesn't build the school, the supporters of these people will never deal with what you're talking about. They'll make an excuse. I'm going to give an example right now. Boyce Watkins, for those people who were discussing the issues of Jay Morrison, the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, I want you to hear how unaccountable Boyce Watkins starts blaming things on the people who have a problem with the wrongdoing. Let's check it out.
Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all know that Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men on earth, lost billions for years before Amazon became a profit center? Now, let me tell you, let me explain this to you. This is what you're doing. If Jeff Bezos had gone through 1/10 of what you're doing to the Tulsa Fund, then Amazon would not exist. The 1.1 million jobs created by Amazon would not exist because the company would have been destroyed by what they call FUD. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If he'd been dealing with a bunch of people saying, you're a scammer, you're losing money, I put my money in your company and I got less than what I put in, that ain't right. If he had been dealing with all that, then Amazon wouldn't exist. So ultimately what I would say to you, and I'm gonna put your comments up here because I want to respond. But if I respond to your comment, I need your assurance to me that you're gonna hear my response. If you're only hearing yourself or you're only hearing negative stuff, then we just shouldn't have a conversation. You shouldn't even waste your time here. But I'm gonna read this comment. I'm gonna give you a direct response. You ready, brother? S. Rush, I'm talking to you. I'm gonna respond directly to your comment. Are you listening to me? I rewinded the video to the beginning. You are protecting and deflecting, Boyce. First of all, I'm not protecting shit. If you have an issue with the Tulsa Fund, then take your ass to court and sue them. If you don't, if you invested and you are losing money, then there's a thing called the court of law. There's no such thing as the court of YouTube. Okay, that's the first thing. Deflecting, I'm not deflecting. What I'm doing is I am putting it into the proper context. I want to ask you a direct question that you must answer to me. If you want my credibility, you have to answer this question. Are you attacking white businesses as much as you're attacking this one?
So you hear this lies. You hear those lies, right? Now, let me go ahead here and talk about the Tiffany Henyard videos I've been putting out there. The lady is responsible for doing a lot of damage to the city. She is always on the Chicago news for the wrong thing. The Dolton trustees have a YouTube channel that explicitly shows all of the silly stuff that she's doing. But when I make these videos, I've noticed something. And then I'm starting to see comments like this person, oh, how we forget Brett Favre, Ashaw's son 6620. Then you will also hear, I had another idiot. Everybody on this comment thread needs to go comment on the Flint, Michigan water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. Shame on you, Oshay. In other words, why are y'all picking and choosing of what the blacks do and not worry about what the whites do? That is what they're saying, okay? That's what they're saying. If you ever wonder why Black America is underdeveloping, or the black world, because what we intend to do is we intend to always, listen to what I'm saying, we intend to always blame somebody else and let us go free. We want to do as a community whatever we want to do to each other. And we don't want to have we want people to invest in Black America. We want you to support black businesses. But if something goes wrong, we want to be like Boyce Watkins and not have any accountability for what we do. That's what we want. We want to shift the blame. That's why Black America never develops like it should. And the reality is that Tiffany Henyard, you want to say why you worried about her and not worrying about the whites. Because see, if you don't worry about her, you can't get accountability to the next level. The first thing you got to do is police your own first. You see? Because you can't go to the whites unless you have systems that control your own people. I see the Asians here in Africa. I'm going to talk about them in really one group that I noticed in a profound fashion, and that is the Indian community, who are a part of Asia. The Indian community, there is a certain level of accountability, and I've studied this in a very profound, intense way. Okay, when they come here to Uganda, there are things that they need to do in their community to stay in the community, and certain things that they can't do. If they do it, their community will deal with them very harshly. Now, once their group is able to deal with each other, now they can deal with Ugandans and Kenyans, whoever else, and they can execute in that way. Now they can get respect from everybody else. But see, if they were able to allow anything to happen, they wouldn't be such a great group here in Uganda or in Kenya or in Tanzania, because they have no standards for the group. There's no accountability for the group. And what blacks want is, we want the benefits of your support. We want the benefits of you helping us, but we don't want the responsibility of following through. Many people out here want a husband or want a wife. You want the benefits of having a husband, but you want to do whatever the hell you want to do. You want the benefit of having a good job. And yeah, having a great job is a privilege. Oh, sometimes not a right, but you don't want to be accountable for what you're supposed to do. You don't want to follow through. And Tiffany Henyard and those who support corrupt blacks in office, they know that. Blame everything on the whites. I'll do whatever I want to do. So you get officials who don't even respect you as black people. I don't gotta respect you. You're nobody to me. That's how they feel. When Umar is begging for whatever he's begging for, he don't have to have no accountability for you. You don't require it to have it. Why? He knows with you, I ain't gotta give you nothing. Who are you? You're nobody to be talked about, Negro. I'm Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm the King Kong consciousness. I'm King Kong this and that. Because all he has to do is show up and talk and run his goddamn mouth and not do nothing, because we said it's okay. That's what it is. And Tiffany Henyard, in a similar fashion, she's doing what she's doing because I ain't gotta have no accountability for you. Go blame the white man. And so many blacks, when you call out that their favorite person is out here causing Cain, well, why you ain't talking about this? No, let's deal with what we're talking about. We're the black community. We live in Black America. We can control what we can control. And policing us solves the issue with them. Because once we get together, then they'll respect you. But if you don't get it together, they'll never respect you. That's why you got the Flint water crisis. That's why you have those things. Partly outside of racism, because not everything is not our fault. We know that. We know that the enemy is after us. But if you have no trust and accountability in your own community, how are you going to go, shame on me? That's why you don't have anything. That is why a lot of blacks don't have anything in our community. We don't have it. We don't have it because we're not serious. That's why we don't have it. Nobody respects people who are not serious. And until blacks get that, we always gonna struggle. You always gonna get corrupt politicians in Africa, in Black America, in the Caribbean, anywhere, because you don't demand anything from them. Can you be with a person that can come home anytime they want? They can do whatever the hell they want. Ain't no rules. That person will never do the job right. Can you have a business like that? The companies like Apple that produce, Microsoft, it's standards in the business. It's standards. And if you don't do it, they get rid of you. They get rid of you. You're out. But so many blacks want to defend what's not even defensible. And you sound so silly. I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And that's been happening in our community for years. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Thus I Be Drunk. I appreciate you for all you do. Scratch the bell. We're out.